Hi, mother lovers! Today's tale will be shorter than I expected it to be, but it will be nonetheless an entertaining one, and a familiar one to Hammer horror fans. Let's take Dracula and put him into the 70s. In Vienna, 1889, things go a little differently than one might expect for our favorite vampire. He is indeed slain, stakes driven into his black heart. But not by Van Helsing, rather by his own brides. They not only stake him, they nail him to the bottom of the coffin, seal it and bury it so that he can never harm anyone else again. Some polycules work out better than others. In Los Angeles, 1974, the coffin has been exhumed and placed into the home of an actress named Bibi Boland. In a city in love with youth, hers is fading, and so she decides to free the Count and reclaim her youth. At the loss of her humanity, Dracula rises, and those who had been at her party are soon victims. Quincy Harker, a crime scene photographer, is sent to take pictures of the victims. On such a bloodbath is cause for excitement for him. The sales of the photos can pay his rent for months. Of course, as he leaves, he doesn't spot Bibi's eyes opening. He gets the photos developed, only to hear that Bibi Boland is alive and making a statement that day. And the newspapers want to be respectful of her trauma, and don't want the photos for nearly as much as he'd charge. After taking some more photos of a woman with bite marks on her neck, Bibi shows up to offer him a drive, but he knows already what is up and refuses. But that just means that Dracula can have his meal here instead. He is hypnotized to come closer, the Count soon going for his neck. But Quincy is saved by one of the brides, bringing him up higher than he can reach for the moment as the sun begins to rise. Quincy wants nothing to do with this, but of course he is already involved since he has been targeted by the vampires. While Dracula summons another bride from the coroner's office, he gets a call from one of the rags he sells photos to take photos at a party. But of course it's a trap by the vampires, who not so happily devour the magazine editor. The brides reach Quincy first. He suspects a trap, which is why he's carrying a stake, but the brides mock him for thinking he can take Dracula on by himself. They go along with him and he enters the trap, but the brides move in. Baby is there and she is told by them how this is his normal operating procedure. An old man who takes brides so young encourages them to gain power from their vampirism and then sets the brides against each other, making it a competition, while he is the only one who actually gets any stronger, killing them eventually and taking the power for himself so he can then go and find another sucker. She refuses to believe it, even setting a bomb for them in case this plan didn't work, but they manage to escape the blast. Dracula proves their point as he arrives, telling his newest conquest that she is his favorite since Bibi failed, ordering her to finally kill Quincy. But Quincy pulls a shard of wood from his own body from the blast and stabs the woman with it. Dracula moves in to handle this himself, but the brides are ready, quickly slaughtering Bibi and taking advantage of Dracula's vulnerability while feeding, to show that they have been busy the last 100 years. They were good students of his. They took on brides and grooms, harvested their power, and now unleash it upon him, tearing Dracula apart and finally smashing the Count. And Quincy? Well, the only way to save him, as they reveal, was to invite him into their club. Oh, I just love a happy ending, my children!
Hey babe, ran out of soda. Oh my god. Oh god.